Now, somebody who's always in the news because he's a member of the Dallas Cowboys, he's a quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, is one Dak Prescott. And Dak Prescott was asked over the weekend, hey, listen, what about winning a Super Bowl? What about winning a Super Bowl? How would you feel about that? Let's take a listen.
I want to win a championship. The legacy, the things, whatever comes after I finish playing will take care of itself. Be damned if it's just for my legacy or it's for this team, for my personal being, for my sanity. Yeah, the legacy will take care of itself. I have to stay where my feet are.
All right. I'd like to defend Dak Prescott here, and I want to just be clear about something. He's never going to win a Super Bowl. Like that's not happening.
Dang.
Okay. Look. But
Lee.
Well, I just want to
that E30.
I just want to make this point. Like, listen, he's like, so those dreams are done. It's like I really wanted to play in the NBA when I was a kid, and then I realized
I was white.
Yeah.
And I wasn't tall.
So, you know what I mean? Like, then all of a sudden I cleaned my mirror with some Windex, and I was like, oh, damn. I got no shot. Like,
although you got some white boys balling.
Like,
you got some white boys balling in the finals.
I can assure you there was no white boy balling in my backyard. That wasn't happening.
At your house, huh?
So I just sort of realized, okay, well, is what it is. So let's try and find the positives. So Dak Prescott's never going to win a Super Bowl with the Cowboys. It's never going to happen. And I say this is somebody who has actually, in recent memory, picked the Cowboys to win a Super Bowl. It's over. That ship has sailed. You can't even. That ship is so far gone. You can't even see it if you look out far enough. Binoculars, whatever you want to use. It's over. But there is a positive to all this. All right, because I feel like their best chance to win a Super Bowl was 2016. That was his rookie year. That was Zeke's rookie year. Everything was set up for him. They had a home game in the playoffs. They had the Packers, and Mason Crosby and Aaron Rodgers and Mike McCarthy ruined all that. And that was really their best chance to win a Super Bowl, and we've seen what's happened since. But here's the good thing. Legacy or not, if Dak Prescott plays out the remainder of his deal with the Dallas Cowboys, by 35 years old, he will have earned around $436 million in his career. The Super Bowl can kiss my ass. The Lombardi Trophy, hey, you guys have fun with that. I'll take my near $500 million in earnings as a Dallas Cowboys quarterback, and I'm good with my legacy. Like, forget about Super Bowls. The guy's already won. He has already won. He is good to go. Deal with the criticism. He's just going to keep cashing checks for the rest of his life.
You know, I think once people comprehend and realize, and I understand this whole fair market value deal. We had the conversation about Hendrickson and him getting compensated more based upon his ability to get to the quarterback and lead in the league in sacks. But just like in this scenario here, what you're talking about, you start to realize when you're not playing the game of football, there's very few of us that transition into another gig that pays the amount of money you make playing the game. And I mean, like, you could be making really, really good money in your post career life, and it doesn't compare to what you were making when you were playing the game of football. And so to me, it's like when all else fails, I'm not wasting a year. It's just me, just on the other side of knowing that. And listen, I like to work, so it's not that I need to. It's like I just like to work, and I like doing media. But still, the idea of being able to generate, make a lot of money, do well for yourself in a profession that you're in, man, the lowest paid cats in the league are highest paid cats in regular society. The lowest paid, you know, the minimum wage guys, they are pretty well compensated. It's not crazy money, but when you hear money like this, what Dak Prescott has made and has been able to earn, you know, it's just you're proud of the fact that athletic ability can actually lead to you generating that type of income. And I take that at face value. I say when somebody's able to get to a contract like that, it would be nice to have a legacy where you're remembered as a Hall of Famer or one of the greatest ever. But make no mistake about it. Like you said, Jonas, I'll be just fine hanging out poolside, beachside with my toes in the sand, doing what I want to do if that's what I so choose want to do, in my post-career or even during my career. So, it's a lot of money, and there's a lot of reasons to be happy even if you don't get to the pinnacle of the sport.
Like, think about it this way. So he's 35. We'll just fast forward. He's 35 years old. And some J-off in a Cowboys jersey starts, giving him the business, talking about, oh, you never won a Super Bowl. You were a disappointment. We should have done more. This, and this. Like, if you're Dak Prescott, you just look at this guy and go, dude, I'm not even 40 yet, and I've literally got $400+ million in the bank. By the way, that's just career earnings salary-wise. Endorsements, marketing, and he's a Cowboys quarterback. You know what that means on the back end of his career. We've seen what's happened with Cowboys quarterbacks going into broadcasting, former Cowboys players going into broadcasting. So this idea of, well, his legacy and what does this mean for Dak moving forward? The reality is they're not winning a Super Bowl while he's there. And I don't put that necessarily all on him. There's a lot going on. There's always chaos. It seems like there's always dysfunction. The way they handle the McCarthy stuff, the way they handle some of their other contracts. If you're Dak Prescott, okay, sweet. I didn't win a Super Bowl. Okay. All right, you know what? Hey, so Nick Foles has won a Super Bowl. All these other guys have won a Super Bowl. I've never been to a Super Bowl. Okay, cool. I'm fine. If I want to, I'll just go buy a Super Bowl. Okay? Like, maybe I'll never go to the Hall of Fame. I could probably buy the Hall of Fame if I wanted to. I could probably buy Canton, Ohio.
To your point, there's probably more than enough dudes you could shake a stick at, and they would trade the Hall of Fame for Dak Prescott's earnings. 100%.
Yes.
100%. Hey, do you still want to be in the Hall of Fame, or would you trade it for $400 million? I mean, how many of them dudes you think are in the Hall of Fame that'd be like, take that bust, melt it down, shove it up your you-know-what, I'm taking the money. And there's some guys, now listen, there are some guys that are truly prideful, and there's not a price tag. You can't put a price tag on accomplishment. You really can't, especially when it's something that you've done in your past. So there's something to be said about living in a place, and I know this because I'm in the College Football Hall of Fame. There's something to be said about creating a legacy, creating memories that your family, that you will never meet in the future. You'll never meet them. You'll be long gone. You'll be far gone from here. But somebody will be saying, that's your great, 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 great granddad. That was, he did this, he did that. So to me, there's value there, but damn. $400 million?
Listen, I got news for you.
I'm going to have to think about it. Like, hey, great, 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 great unborn grandchild. Just know great, 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 great granddad was really good at football. And if you don't worry about it. But, that car that you're driving,
yes,
that Tonka truck that you have, that came from the trust fund from your great, 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 great granddad that set it up for somebody that was along the line to getting to you.
Listen, I don't know my great, great, great granddad. I never met him. He might have been an alcoholic. I have no idea. But I know this. If he was a Hall of Famer, I'd be like, man, that's awesome. Can I get $100? I mean, can I get some cash, please? I'd like to pay my bills. Like, can I get some money? So yeah, I think sometimes, and to your point on this, I think sometimes we get lost in this. Well, he's got to win this. He's got to do that first. It's like, no, man. Like, the idea that you can play a kid's game and walk away from it hopefully with all your faculties and with the amount of comfort that you're able to live with, not only for you, but all the people, everybody in your orbit, all the family members, the people that struggled with you coming up, that's a win, man. Like, that's your Super Bowl in reality, as much as people don't like it. That's what it is, in my mind.
You start to realize it when you're not making it anymore. Every once in a while, I'll be looking at my check stubs and stuff like that. I'll be like, WTF? I remember a time I looked at that stub and I just kept going 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Now it's like, yeah.
Damn.
That's it. That was it. that was it.
Hey, this printer run out of ink?
Dang.